Hello students, I hope you are all well. So for today we are going to continue with the same exercise that was exercise 6.5. Okay. I received a request from one of you about some questions. I hope the your questions are covered in today's as well as previous lecture. Please watch the video carefully. If your problems are not covered, please ask them again. Okay. Now we'll start with question number 7. Question number 7 is once again it contains four parts. I will explain two of these parts to you. But before starting question number 7, let us revise the formulas. Okay. First of all, review. Let's review the formulas that we have discussed so far. We have discussed a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. After that, a minus b whole square is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. In the same manner, a plus b into a minus b, we determine its value as a square minus b square. Okay. Now after this, we had a different type of formula that was x plus a into x plus b. The expansion of this would have been x square plus a plus b into x plus a, and x minus a x minus b was equals to x square minus a plus b into x plus a. Okay. Apart of these five formulas, I gave you few more formulas. Okay. Two along with these, two along with these. Okay. So that way I gave you few more, at least four more formulas. So you need to remember them all. At least you need to understand the concept of all of these formulas. Okay. Now let us start with the question. Question is we have to simplify. Uh, in this question, I'm going to use C and D parts because these two parts look a bit difficult to me, okay, compared to other parts. Okay, so I will do these two. You can try A and B by yourself. So first of all, C part, question number 7. C part is 1 upon 2 x square plus 2 upon 3 y square minus 1 upon 2 x square minus 2 upon 3 y square whole square. Okay. See, 1 minute. This is y square. Okay. The question is like this. There is a problem with the question. With the first bracket, there is also supposed to be a square. So make the correction in your book. There is supposed to be a square here as well. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the same formulas. We are going to use two formulas. One is a plus b whole square. It was a square plus 2ab plus b square. And another one is a minus b whole square. That is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Fine. Now we will expand both of these according to the formulas. You can also try a square minus b square concept, but I'm not going there. I will do the questions using expansion. So this will be first part will be 1 upon 2. Let me use different pen. First part will be 1 upon 2 x square whole square, this is a, plus 2 into a, that is 1 upon 2 x square, and b, that is 2 upon 3 y square, plus b square, that is 2 upon 3 y square whole square. And after that, negative sign, 1 upon 2 x square whole square minus 2 1 upon 2 x square. We are solving this bracket. 1 upon 2 x square into 2 upon 3 y square plus 2 upon 3 y square whole square. Now, guys, as you already know, the negative sign, what does it do? It changes the sign of all the values inside the bracket. Okay, so this will be 1 upon 2 x square whole square is 1 upon 4 x to the power 4. This can be concluded as 2 is cancelled out with 2. 2 upon 3 x square y square plus once again 4 upon 9 y to the power 4. Okay, this is the expansion of first part, and after this expansion of second part will be I'm taking into account the sign before the bracket, negative sign. The sign of all the terms inside the bracket will be changed. Now, as you can observe easily, there are a lot of like terms. What are the like terms here? Pair 1 upon 4 x to the power 4 x to the power 4 is a pair of like term. X square y square again a like term. Y to the power 4 y to the power 4 again a like term. So what we do is we simplify the like terms. Okay. See, 1 upon 4 x to the power 4 minus 1 upon 4 x to the power 4. Both of them cancel out because signs are same, coefficients are same, terms are like terms. Same thing goes with this will be a negative sign. Same thing will go with 4 by 9 by to the power 4, 4 by 9 by to the power 4. Now the remaining terms are this. We'll take, let me rewrite them, 2 upon 3 x square y square plus 2 upon 3 x square y square. If you simplify it, you will get 4 upon 3 x square y square. You can simplify it in two ways. You can either take the LCM or you can say that a plus a is equals to 2. See, 2 upon 3 x square y square plus 2 upon 3 x square y square is that the same term is added with itself once again. Once again. So this is a plus a. You consider first term as a, second term as a. You are adding both the terms. You can simply multiply one term with two, and that will be your answer. Okay. Now let's try its D part. D part of question number 7. D part is 3 upon 4 PQ minus 1 whole square minus 3 upon 4 PQ plus 1 whole square. Okay. So what we are going to do here is, once again we will expand it according to the formulas. You will write the formula used. That is a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square, and another one is a minus b whole square, that is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So on expanding the first bracket, I will get 3 by 4 pq whole square minus 2 into 3 by 4 pq into 1 plus 1 square, and then minus 3 by 4 pq whole square. See, the terms are going to be changing as we discussed in the previous question. We are going to simplify the terms as we did in the previous question. There is not much change. The only change is that the final answer is going to be negative in this case. In the previous question, it was positive. Okay, so this will be 3 by 4 PQ. If we make that simplified, 3 by 4 is 16 by, sorry, 9 by 16, not 16 by 9, 9 by 16. PQ square square minus 3 by 2 PQ plus 1 minus 9 by 16 p square q square minus 3 by 2 p cube minus, once again you simplify the terms and you will get this, and this will cancel out, this 1 and minus 1 will cancel out, finally you will get 6 upon 2 p cube or minus 3 p cube. This time your answer is negative, previously your answer was positive. Let's move on. Question number 8. Question number 8, it has two parts. Okay. We have to verify question number 8. So question number 8, we have to prove that the on solving the LHS part, the answer that we are going to get is equal to what we have in RHS. Okay. So A part is quite simple. In A part, you will do as I have done till now. A part of question number 8 is as same as question number 7. Okay. So I am going to do B part. Observe carefully. LHS, let me write down the question first of all. You have to show that A minus B, A plus B plus B minus C, B plus C plus C minus A and C plus A, it all is equal to 0. So formula that we are going to use here is A square minus B square. Let me write down LHS first. We are going to prove that our LHS is equals to RHS. So LHS is A minus B into A plus B plus B minus C into B plus C. And lastly, C minus A into C plus A. Okay. Now we simplify it using the formula. Formula used here will be A, let me use different variables this time, x plus y and x minus y are to be factorized at x square minus y. Okay. So this will become a minus b and a plus b will become a square minus b square. B minus c and b plus c will become b square minus c square. And lastly, c minus a and c plus a will become c square minus a square. Now see a square and minus a square, b square and minus b square, c square and minus c square. All are cancelled. The remaining is 0, which is equals to RHS. Hence, okay. So in this manner, we are done with question number 8. We have already completed question number 9. Now moving on. Next, I am going to discuss example number 8. Okay. Why I've changed to examples? There is a reason. In example number 8, part B and C are exactly equal to, are exactly, or you can say also part D, are exactly same as question number 10. So whether you are doing question number 10 or doing example number 8, part B, C or D, both are exactly same. So I am going to discuss one of the parts of example number 8. I hope you can do rest of. So part B is, example number 8 is evaluate. Evaluate means simply means you have to simplify 187 into 187 minus 113 into 113 upon 187 minus 11. Okay. So let me rewrite it as 187 square minus 113 square upon 187 minus 11. Okay. Now it is in a bit better form. How is it? We have we have a statement in the form of a square minus b square. And like I already told you, according to our need, we change a square minus b square to a plus b into a minus b, or we change a plus b into a minus b into a square minus b square. So we are required its factorized form. So I will write it as 187 plus 113 and 187 minus 113. I don't even need to do the subtraction. 187 minus 113 is same in both numerator and denominator. So brackets are cancelled out. And 187 plus 113 is 300. So this is your final answer. Okay. Or you can also simplify 187 minus 113 and you can get your answer there. Okay. That will be 75 minus 74 minus 74 upon 74. They can be cut that way also. Okay. I guess you can do question number 8, sorry, question number 10 by yourself. So that will be your homework. Thank you. And now question number 30. So why I'm moving on from question number 11 and 12. Question number 11 just consists of putting the value. You are given a polynomial. You have to put in the values of x and y, and you have to determine the solution. Okay. Do not consider the first part of the question write in the perfect square form. That is not required. Just put in the values of x and y, and you will find the solution. And secondly, question number 12, once again, you have to determine the value of x for 5x is equals to 18 square minus 12 square. So you can apply directly the square of 18 and 12 that are quite easy, or you can apply the identity. Okay. That is why I am jumping on to question number 13. So this way, two parts of question number 7, one part of question number 8, question number 10 and 11 and 12 are all becoming your homework. Okay. Uh, I think homework, this much homework is sufficient for you. Instead of discussing question number 13, let me discuss one more example, one more part of question number 8, and we will conclude the lecture for today. I think this much homework is sufficient for today. Okay. Let us take its D part of question number 8. Sorry, example number 8. 245 square minus 155 square upon 90. Okay. We'll simplify it using the same formula 245 plus 155 into 245 minus 150. We are applying the formula of a square minus b square. So this will be 400 into 90 upon 90. You cancel out 90 and 90 and your final answer is 4. Okay. So this way, what are your homework for today? You have to do question number 7, A and B parts. Question number 8, A part. Question number 10, 11 and 2. You have to complete all of these questions. Okay. We will go through question number 13, 14 and 15. Okay. And I will meet you tomorrow then. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.